Hey, I'm Wade Bowen, and this is another Wade's World. Let's go.
What a better way to wait out the quarantine or the impending apocalypse from COVID-19 than boarding up the windows and singing along to Mood Ring. It's Wade. It's Wade. It's Wade. It's Wade. Wade's World. It's Wade. Hell yeah, boy.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Wade's World here from my home in New Braunfels, Texas. We are hanging out, jamming, playing songs. This all stemmed from the pandemic, and now we have decided to do a season 2 of it, a different version of it, but somewhat of the same concept. We are hanging with buddies, talking shop, talking music, talking baseball, whatever it may be. Mainly just hanging out and showing you what we love to do when we're home. That's what we do. So we're lucky to have so many guests over the last year. We've had, I think we started season 1 was about 15 episodes, and we're trying to carry on that tradition here. So I want to give a huge shout out to my buddy Casey Donahue, who's our guest today. Thank you so much, Casey, for joining us.
Yes, well, thank you
Joining
for having me here at your castle. I appreciate the invitation. I mean, once I got through the security checkpoints,
it's tight around here.
It was nice, and just this is. Just so you know, this is my Graceland. This means the world to me.
Did you get past the dogs and the cats? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's
it's
great to be overwhelming. Is what it is really. There's no words.
Well, we're glad to have you. Yeah, 18. I was reading 18 years of playing music according to your website. 18 years, 8 albums. Multiple number ones in the Texas radio. How many? Like 20,000, 27?
One less than you.
Something like that.
One less than you.
A great career, man. We're so glad to have you. We're going to talk shop with Casey for the next hour or so and play some songs. Mainly, they want to hear some songs. So as in traditional Wade's World fashion, I let the guests kick us off and take us home as well. So crank out a tune for us, everybody, and then we'll get to chatting.
I don't know any good ones, but I'll cut me off guard. I had to play nothing.
Have you played? Yeah.
Is there a request line? See, at my live stream, there's a request line. That way, I know what to play.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy.
Well, yeah. If y'all got some requests, put them out there. We'll see if Casey will do them.
Yeah. Let's start with a real slow song. Since we're at Wade Bowen's house, I want to just really set the tone at 60
sad
beats
songs.
A minute. Yeah, sad.
Slow, sad songs.
You know what's?
I didn't know you had any of those. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Well, that's your influence on me. You know what I mean? The more
Zero.
The more I dig into your catalog, the more I just
the less you write sad songs.
Just hours reveling in Wade Bowen greatness. I've just turned myself into this sad poet that.
You're about to put on display.
Yeah, I'm just going to show everybody.
Here.
I wrote this song when we went to London. Remember, they sent me there to babysit you and Pat Green.
Yeah.
We stayed at the Browns, and you stayed at the Holiday Inn, London.
Yes.
That's my favorite part of the story. And then
how that works out, I don't know. But thank you for the trip.
Well, we were Fort Worth's own.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I text.
You got to stay at the Brown. I stayed at the cheap
Holiday
Budget
Inn
or whatever it was.
It was the Holiday Inn.
Was it?
Holiday Inn London, I believe, is London. May have been Express. I don't know.
All I know is it wasn't the Brown. It wasn't the Brown.
It wasn't the Browns or the Brownstone, whatever. And, I like to say that Pat Green took me to eat a steak dinner in a Rolls Royce. He would say it's a Bentley. I would say, "Shut up, Pat! You're ruining the story again." And the whole time I was just panicked he was going to put that car in my room. Just waiting for him to "Hey man, don't worry about it. They got it covered. I'm Pat Green in London. They love me." But I wrote this song there. It has nothing to do with any of that.
You did write this over there, huh?
I did write this, walking down one of those sad streets and thinking about Wade Bowen. I think it was the day that you invited me to Abbey Road, and I declined after you fed me some horrendous Indian food in London.
For the record, you didn't even try it. You didn't even try the Indian food.
Yes, I did. Y'all had your fingers and hands all on the food.
Casey, my tour manager, did you like it?
It didn't like me.
It is damn good. That's one of the best restaurants ever.
You've lost your lid.
Sorry, it's not
We go to London
Cal.
and get Indian food.
It's not Cal. Hey, if you were more cultured, you understand that's what the big thing is.
I'm from Texas.
If you fly British Airways, that's what they serve you on the plane.
If you were more Texan, texting, you would have took me somewhere more awesome. Good times in London, sort of. Yes, sir. It's called Bad Guy. I drink too much, and I stay out all night long. If you need someone to blame, hell, I've always been wrong. Double wells of single malts, I twist the truth till it's your fault. 12-step coins from meetings just to live this life. Maybe I'm just a bad guy, I don't know why, but you'll curse the day we met. I'll be your downfall till it's last call. I'm not coming home to you, and I'll break everything you love and make you cry. 'Cause baby, I'm just a bad guy. Like these guitar strings, I'll always change my tune. I'll swear to what you want, and I promise you the moon. Do your best to change my heart, but broken always falls apart. It won't matter how hard you try, 'cause baby, I'm just a bad guy. I don't know why, but you'll curse the day we met. I'll be your downfall till it's last call. I'm not coming home to you, and I'll break everything you love and make you cry. 'Cause baby, I'm just a bad guy. Guitar solo, wait.
Yeah. Nobody works.
I'll never turn you loose or set you free. When you think of pain, baby, you'll think of me. 'Cause I'm just a bad guy, I don't know why, but you'll curse the day we met. I'll be your downfall till it's last call. And I'm not coming home to you, and I'll break everything you love and make you cry. 'Cause baby, I'm just a bad guy. I'm just a bad guy.
I gotta be your applause. The awkward virtual never goes away, right?
There you go. Yeah.
That is my favorite song of yours.
Oh, okay. Nailed it right off the bat then. Outside me.
Is that the only sad one though? My windshield's cracked, just like my heart. My tires are all flat, just like my brain. Yeah, my engine's running rough, whoa, just like my soul. Don't know how much further we can go, burning this much oil. So let's burn all the bridges, lower all the signs, put the hammer down, listen to her whine. Don't know where we went wrong, but it's one step closer to you being gone. Well, I gave you the tools, but you broke every single rule. And every time I turn around, I'm running straight back to you. Well, I'm broken and twisted, I'm so tired of dancing around. Pick me up, throw me down, but it's one step closer to you. One step closer to you. One step closer to you being gone. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I decided I'm going to play everything at double speed just for you today.
Okay,
everything double tempo.
Twice as fast. So,
Oh, thanks. So we're here at Wade's World, here from my house here in New Braunfels, Texas. My guest is Casey Donahue, no longer of the Casey Donahue Band, just Casey Donahue.
Yeah, it's kind of like Wade Bowen in What Happened to West 84. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah, yeah.
So I want to talk about your so you live streams. You were kind of the king of that. You took over once you guys. It seems like you and Melinda made a plan, and you came out firing from all cylinders on your live stream. And I watched it multiple times, and it was just really really great. I know you did it weekly for how long? Did you do it the whole year?
No, we did about 3 straight months, and then kind of scattered out. And we'll throw one in every once in a while. And
what's the name of the live stream again? I forget.
Corona Happy Hour.
Corona Happy Hour. Yeah.
Corona Happy Hour. Yes, it's made my wife famous. So like she's a star now, and
she is.
I'm like the back burner, which is fine. I get it.
Hey,
times change.
Weren't you always? You
Yeah.
just not realizing it.
No one else knew though.
Now everyone knows.
Now everyone knows. So yeah.
But I mean, it kept you busy during the quarantine. I know, like it did for us. That was when we first got shut down. It was an excuse. It was like having a gig. We did ours on Fridays, and it was like you had to prepare for it and learn some songs and get kind of refresh the memory. And
yeah, I think I went through every song I've ever recorded over that time frame. But several, like you said, I had to go look them up on the internet just to remember the words.
Yeah,
and maybe what I was. It was good though. It was rejuvenating.
And you learned a lot of cover songs during it too, right?
Yeah, lots of Wade Bowen stuff. I just we hammered out one after the other. Usually it was like my favorite Wade song this week was kind of the highlight of the show.
But you're going to continue to do the happy hours, I guess?
Yeah, we did one not too long ago, and still people are into it. Kind of throw it up, and I think people really enjoyed the concerts from their house, and we had a lot of interactions. We had a hotline you could call in and text in, and people would send pictures at their house. They're drinking on their back porch with the show on TV and wearing Casey Donahue shirts, and that was kind of our thing. We kind of did new merch every week, and people really supported us through the hard times, and kept it going. The support from everybody was unbelievable, and you had quite a few people watching yours. I mean, you sustained for a long time of people paying attention and having fun, doing all those. The newsreels were hilarious. We had an award show.
Yes. And you have an album out of it, right?
Yeah, we recorded a little 8-song acoustic deal one night out of it. Lost My Brother's Goat record. So
is the album from like bits of because I assume you recorded everything you've done,
we just did the songs.
You just
went
and
those
recorded
8 songs. I think 8 or 9 songs or something like that, and like 5 new ones and 3 old ones that I just.
Can you explain for those that don't know the Lost My Brother's Goat?
Yeah. So, God, this is so long ago. It's probably 2012 or something. We're playing Wichita Falls, and I had wrote a song with this guy. And he was actually opening the show, and so we get up there to play. And like my version, same thing. You wrote a song with somebody, and your version's way different than their version as far as tempo. Yours is probably way slower than theirs. I would just guess off the bat. But so my version's obviously was different than his. And so, hey man, it's one of those things. You want to get up and sing tonight? Oh yeah, we'll do the song. And he's like, okay, yeah, perfect. And he's probably drinking, maybe, I don't know. But he gets up to sing, and he jumps in the second verse and starts cruising along, and you can tell he's had way too many to drink. And then hey man, I lost a brother, go. And we used to record all of the shows. Our fiddle player loved to record them, and dude, it was the most train wrecked moment ever. Where no one, like, I didn't know where to jump back in lyrically in the middle of the verse. The band didn't know, so everyone's still playing, and then everybody's still playing the verse. Are we going to the chorus now? And it was. It was a disaster. One of those things where J.J. Soto was playing guitar. Finally, we have ears in it, but just screams over everybody, 1, 2, 3, like, end it. And right then, our fiddle player, who was like a perfectionist, leans over in the talkback mic. He goes, "You got any more guest singers you'd like to bring up tonight?" But he recorded the shows. And so we immediately afterwards, like, oh my God, we got to go listen to this on the bus. And all it sounded like was, "I lost my brother's goat." And so it was just a joke in the band for 7, 8 years. You'd be on stage and talk about, "Lost my brother's goat." And so we just started talking about it on the live stream.
We got one that's Tad's jacket. That's a joke of ours.
What is it?
Tad's jacket.
Okay.
Another one.
Ours is like when you're playing somewhere that's not great and there's not a great crowd. It's like,
"Lost my brother's goat."
Hey, remember that one time we played Red Rocks? That was cool. It's always a talk back. It's just like Red Rocks. Let's go.
Everybody smile.
Everybody smile. We'll fight through this. So the goat story kind of took us live. Then we had shirts and koozies, and at that moment I had a whole pasture full of goats. So it was a goat phenomenon for a while. And so we just named the record "Lost My Brother's Goat" because I thought hilarious. It was funny.
That's hilarious, man.
So,
Hilarious.
Lost my brother's goat.
Lost my brother's goat.
Yeah.
Play us a song. Lost my brother's goat.
Golly, let me tune this thing up. Yeah, can we be back in 2 and 2?
Yeah, hit it again. First gig.
Yeah, I need to take a drink of water. Are we still live? Because I was going to make fun of Wade more. I want to make sure it gets captured on camera. I probably should have spent some time thinking about
who makes more money, Randy Rogers or Casey Donahue? Tops in Texas. Randy Rogers Band, John Wolfe, or Casey Donahue? That's the question. Or the first one that pops up. Why is my phone working out? I tried to do this with Fowler the other day, and my phone did not want to cooperate.
Because you want to embarrass me, okay? Here in your castle, sitting in your castle.
Then it brings up all your charity work. Oh, you're such a saint. Saint Donahue.
It did? There you go. Holy Shirts and Pants. It's a new IPO we're working with.
That's his charity we're benefiting today. Holy Shirts and Pants.
That was Wade. He got any charities you work with? And I just wrote Holy Shirts and Pants back. And he's like, "Oh, awesome. We'll work it in the show." And I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Let's go with that. So
we are. You see the link, wadebowen.com/tips. We are raising money today for the Bowen Family Foundation and Holy Shirts and Pants.
Yeah, or we'll just go the Tarrant County Food Bank. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Bowen Family Foundation is our charity, and I've been asking people, where we can give money. So the Tarrant County
Food Bank.
Tarrant County Food Bank. I know you posted. You raised a lot for them during the.
Yeah, we've worked with them over the years, and man, they do a lot of good and help a lot of kids. And they do a program called Backpack for Kids, where they. All the kids that are on school provided lunches during the week. Well, what do they eat when they go home on the weekend? So they send them with a little backpack on Fridays that they can take home and provide food for the weekend. So
that's great.
They do a lot of good. So
all the money raised from today's show will go to the Tarrant County Food Bank.
Correct. And Holy Shirts and Pants.
And Holy Shirts and Pants.
People helping people. That's our motto. I don't know what to play, Wade.
You got so many hits. I know it's tough.
Just play the hits.
Just play the hits, man.
That's what they say. All right, well, let's get it out of the way then.
You wish I played fiddle right now, don't you?
I know. Or anything. Well, my best friend, Junior, well, he lives 2 trailers down. His wife, Mary Lou, well, she runs a cabaret in town. And they've got 2 kids, well, they don't look like him. He's a tractor tech, he's a redneck, and now he's getting drunk again. And I'm talking about the good times. We're drinking down the bad, trying to remember and all those crazy nights that we had. And now that I'm empty and I'm not sad, talking about the good times and drinking down the bad. Well, Miss Sarah Ann Baker Smith, she was my girlfriend. I took her top off for the first time at the drive-in. You know those had to be the coolest things I'd seen. And she was passed around like a bottle of Crown, but she was always sweet to me. And I'm talking about the good times. We're drinking down the bad, trying to remember and all those crazy nights that we had. Well, now that I'm empty and I'm not sad, talking about the good times and drinking down the bad. And now Junior's kid, they still call him the Deuce. And his grandma, she drinks vodka in her orange juice. And she sells pot to kids, and she just got out of jail. And Junior had to sell his new John boats to help to raise the bill. And I'm talking about the good times. We're drinking down the bad, trying to remember and all those crazy nights that we had. Now that I'm empty and I'm not sad, talking about the good times, drinking down the bad. Here we go, shred moment.
No, you don't want me soloing, but
now my name's Carl Wayne, and I've had 2 DUIs. And 3 years ago they took my license. I don't drive, well, these boats can get me there. And I live just down the street, and it's the last call, it's too far to crawl, so help me to my feet. And I'm talking about the good times, I'm drinking down the bad, trying to remember and all those crazy nights that we had. Well, now that I'm empty and I'm not sad, talking about the good times, I'm drinking down the bad. Yeah, I'm talking about the good times, I'm drinking down the bad. Still talking about the good times.
you and I should have brought a picker with us today.
I know.
Actually, I'm enjoying them. I like them broke down like this. It's kind of hear the way you originally wrote them, you know.
Yeah, hear how mediocre
Without
we are.
mediocre at guitar we are. That's the way it needs to be heard.
Right. Look, we're just
the way we
regular
wrote 'em.
guys, okay? Surrounded by fantastic musicians,
Amen, brother.
top-notch harmony singers.
Amen, brother. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna do an old school one as well. All right, I'm gonna do an old school song as well. We, Ben and I, had this idea during the boredom of the quarantine to put together this EP of songs that were older that were just on live records that never saw the light of day as a studio, you know. And it's fun to revisit them and give them some studio love. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I just didn't realize it would be this much fun. And technology nowadays, we can send files back and forth all over, you know, and we just files. We just emailed each other and put these things together.
In
It's
the computer?
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, technology is nuts. So you can actually make a name record.
Yeah, I got on MySpace recently. So.
Oh God! You got your getaway and I got mine. Go ahead, run, little girl, take your time. There's no telling what we both might find. You got your getaway and I got mine. Well, we've been at each other's throats for a while. I think we just need some rest. Both got different ways of handling things. Gotta get through all this mess. We take a break from trying to please one another. your sixth string is my best friend. Sit by the water and think all night, send my mind through another tailspin. If I know you, you're probably calling all your girls, planning some wild night on the town. Yeah, you're gonna talk angry, gonna talk mad, but you'll run to me when the end of the night rolls around. You got your getaway and I got mine. Go ahead, run, little girl, take your time. There's no telling what we both might find. You got your getaway and I got mine. Well, I'm not trying to be clever. Girl, you know that I'll never let you leave. Well, I just want you to be happy. Yeah, everything's gonna be alright. It always is with you and me. Oh, you got your getaway and I got mine. Go ahead, run, little girl, take your time. There's no telling what we both might find. You got your getaway and I got mine. Oh, you got your getaway and I got mine. Three more.
Yeah, old school.
That song's so old, it has a modulation.
Yeah, it.
Remember country music
it just
used to
brings
modulation?
back sixth grade memories. That's me and my friend's favorite song from Wade Bowen when we were in sixth grade. It was, man, those were the days.
I was huge in the seventh grade. I was popular. Those youngsters. Oh man, country music. A lot of times when I wrote it, growing up listening to country, it was all the modulations and the. Remember,
That's why I can't do any. That's why I can't cover any of those songs.
We're already at the top of our range.
Yeah.
I'm also waiting for the talking verses to come back and be popular again in country
I
music.
need that real slow.
Like darling, I've
Hello,
waited a
darling.
lot of years. I've wasted a lot of years not seeing the real you.
It's
But
been
tonight your beauty
long.
is shining through. I'm ready
Uncle
for
Twitty?
that to be cool again.
When Uncle Twitty comes back around. Golly. Yeah, I'm for it.
We should write that. Randy and I tried that on a Hold My Beer record, but it's the most awkward thing when you're sitting there together and you go, remember that time we were just
Hey,
two guys
buddy.
sitting there playing a song together like this, and you have to have a conversation during the middle of a verse.
Colorado Kool-Aid or something. We're just like
Yeah.
talking for half the song. It's like, I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. This would never work for me.
It's so cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, no, dude.
Colorado
Nothing better
Kool-Aid.
than
That's a
Twig.
good reference.
That's this where he like talks through half that.
Oh God, that's such a good one.
He was a talker too. He could get away with it though.
Next time you get the urge to spit in someone's ear, just hold out your hand, spit in your own ear.
Just
So great. Barmaid, throw us some around that Colorado Kool-Aid.
Colorado Kool-Aid.
Oh man. So I'm curious, what else did you do during I know you did the live streams and all that, but what else did you do to stay busy? I know everybody got creative. They did their own things. It was really cool. For a time when it first started, I'm thinking, oh gosh, what are we all going to do? Because guys like us have been playing so long and we're used to playing every weekend, and we rarely take weekends off. And then you just watch everybody figure it out. Some people just started riding their asses off. Some people didn't ride at all. They wanted to just go hang. And then you got Randy, who just partied the whole time. He went to Cabo like 17 times and got to hang with his girls. I think everybody did their own thing. We put together the Wade's Worlds and then started doing the private backyard parties, which were a blast. We met so many great people. I was just curious, like, everybody handled it and dealt with it in their own way. What did you do besides the live streams?
Mainly I hung out with my boys. We have a insane baseball family, and so I kind of jumped in and started helping coach. I've always tried to help a little bit, but I kind of took over the head coach role here the last couple of years, and on my little ones team, we have an 8U team that I'm the head coach of, and then I'm like third in command of my 12 and under team. So like if two people go down, I would coach first base or something. Maybe I don't know the exact how that works. But
you hang in the dugout
yeah,
mostly.
Stay in the dugout and stay out of the way mainly. But that was it, man. We did a lot of hunting, me and the boys, and we vacationed a little bit. And I tried to clean up my place. Did all the honeydew lists. You could knock that out for about a month. And just relax and uncharge. Like you said, we've spent so many years on the road, and you kind of get in this tunnel vision where this is just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you just used to missing everything. And so now I've like been at everything. So it's almost like that danger zone where do you want to go back to Thursday, Friday, Saturday? So I think that's
well, one thing it did for us, I think we're going to continue to have this in the back of our heads moving forward, because we realize that we can miss time and still be okay.
Right.
That's what 2018
100%.
taught us in our family and our band and crew with all that happened with my voice system in 2018. It taught me that, that was 3 months and we recovered and we were fine. I think there's a way to, it obviously changes the way you attack the business and attack the road, but I think we'll all look at it differently moving forward.
Right. I think we were working too hard.
Yeah. Remember if you called me on a Friday night and you say, what are you doing? I'm at home. You'd be like, what are you doing?
What's wrong
you have
with
something
you?
going on?
Yeah.
No, I'm just taking the night off, and that was rare. And now I hope moving forward, we learn from that.
Yeah. You've got boys a little older than mine. We have one about the same age than your older one, but they're at that age where there's lots going on, man, like in just, not just sports wise, just in their life, man. And I just, this more than anything showed me that, I don't want to miss more than I have to, and I'm going to make sacrifices with this band to accommodate the family. Yeah.
The silver lining of all of it, right?
Right. I decided, I'm going to watch these kids grow up a little more than I have been. So that's my main goal. But I think we're going to be okay. And I think, we'll be able to go out there and same as you and keep fans happy, keep making records, but we don't have to kill ourselves to do it, and it's, when you're out 100 days a year, it doesn't sound like it's a lot. 100, we used to do 180, and you hear tales, Cody and those guys doing 200 plus days a year. It's like, man, that's just, you never come home.
Right.
That's never home.
Which doesn't include all the times to go.
Yeah. When your friends ask you to drive down to their mansions in New Braunfels on a Wednesday, doesn't include those days either, so there's a lot to consider.
Yeah. There's all those days too, working out in Nashville and, some of your friends try to get you to drive up to their house and you just don't want to go.
And you just don't. Yeah.
You just don't do it. And
you're invited to several Corona happy hours.
Yeah,
and,
just don't do it. you got to
songwriting
learn to
deals
say no.
And you
That's
just
one thing
come up
taught
with
us.
excuse after excuse and don't come. I get it, Hey.
Well, I think you were still expecting me to be there, drive through the snow storm of February, the biggest winter storm in the history of our state, and you were like, "Why are you not here? I don't understand what's going on.
What's wrong
What's your
with
problem? What's your excuse?"
Scared. If you were more Texan, you would have drove through that storm, right through it,
right through
the heart,
right through the heart. Speaking of right through the heart, you want to play us a song?
Yeah.
Great transition.
Golly,
huh?
Does that mean I have to play a love song or something?
We're hanging out at Wade's World, my home here in New Braunfels, Texas. Thanks for joining us. My guest is Casey Donahue, and he's going to play some more music. That's what this is, I guess, first and foremost about. I love to sit and hang and talk, but I guess we got to play some music too.
What to play? I don't know any love songs. Like 2, maybe, something like that. I know a lot of heartbreak songs. We're talking about old songs, and this isn't an old song, but I love it. I don't get to play it very often, but I like storytelling songs. It's kind of my favorite thing. My favorite thing to write, like.
But you haven't written Colorado Kool-Aid yet.
No, I haven't written Colorado Kool-Aid yet. It's not quite talking, but story like that old Marty Robbins style, and I can't play any of the cool guitar licks, but I'll play the song because I like the story. We'll go with that, right? Josie Escolito She lived south of the border in a church her granddaddy's daddy built. A little Catholic mission, she spent her days wishing that he would come along, she'd be saved. And Jimmy was an outlaw, an outcast from the Badlands, and rode a horse as black as his heart. Stayed hopped up on mezcal and chased whiskey with saloon gals, but he never could get Josie off his mind. He said, meet me after midnight, I'll be riding high and fast, and our love is like a slow dance, I'm just trying to make it last. And I'm laying down my 6 guns and surrendering my heart. And it'll be rosary and sangria, tequila and a cross, outlaws, angels, and the lost. Now Jimmy married Josie, that little mountain chapel, and made a vow to Josie and to God. Now he turned from his wicked ways and leave behind his outlaw days and pray for redemption every day. But the past is like a storm, it crashes in from the north and rolls south with a posse set on death. Blood all over Jimmy's hands, and Josie lying in the desert sand with a bullet that tore Jimmy's heart in two. He cried, meet me after midnight, I'll be riding high and fast, and our love is like a slow dance, I'm just trying to make it last. And I'm laying down my 6 guns and surrendering my heart. And it'll be rosary and sangria, tequila and a cross, outlaws, angels, and the lost. Searching for the devil, turns out he's not hard to find. Rides a horse as black as his heart. Hell and fire with 2 6 guns, a black horse on a dead run when he rode into the Rangers' camp at dawn. And Jimmy buried Josie in the ashes of that chapel and left the Rangers just lying in the sun. Rode out towards the Badlands, and maybe God will understand that sometimes even angels will get lost. And he cried, meet me after midnight, I'll be riding high and fast, and our love is like a slow dance, I'm just trying to make it last. I'm laying down my 6 guns and surrendering my heart. And it'll be rosary and sangria, tequila and a cross, outlaws, angels, and the law.
Woo! Good song, man.
Yeah, thank you.
How old is that song?
3 records ago,
Yeah.
maybe? Standoff record? No, maybe before that. I don't know. Been a few years. Couple years.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. It's one of those ones that you wish you could play every night, but it's not in the cards probably.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the stories.
Yeah, I'll stick with that same theme. It's 110 here in Lajitas. Pinatas on the promenade. Sunday best, painted faces, lining up for the parade. All the rivers down here in Lajitas, staring down the banks of Mexico, wondering if they'd even notice if I slipped across and just kept drifting on. It's the day of the dead here in Lajitas, the dirt's still fresh under the stone. Now our love's gone home to Jesus. You're wearing white in San Antonio. Met a no vaquero from Nogales. He said that he once wore my shoes. Finally left them in some alley in Juarez, all when he had nothing left to lose. It's the day of the dead here in Lajitas, dirt's still fresh under the stone. Now our love's gone home to Jesus. You're wearing white in San Antonio. Dreamed I heard the mariachi singing, you and I dancing toe to toe, barefoot on that pale saltillo. Now I woke up clinging to a ghost. It's the day of the dead here in Lajitas, dirt's still fresh under the stone. Now our love's gone home to Jesus. You're wearing white in San Antonio. Yeah, now our love's gone home to Jesus. You're wearing white. You're wearing white in San Antonio. San Antonio. Oh, thank you so much. Virtual applause. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you from out there.
Overwhelming.
Woo! Welcome to another episode of Wade's World. We appreciate you tuning in. However you're viewing it or listening, we appreciate you out there. We love you guys. As always, thanks for supporting us through all the crazy and mess, and you help us get through it. And we love it doing it so much. We're continuing to do it. We're now in season 2, I guess is what we'll call it. Season 2 of Wade's World. My guest today is Casey Donahue. Thanks again for joining me, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me. Beautiful. What's in the gift bag?
I want to ask you, you were born in Burleson, is that correct, Burleson?
Yes, Burleson, Texas.
And take me back to the very beginning, like what stirred you enough? There's always a moment when we're growing up, watching music, thinking about being a musician, thinking about being an artist or a songwriter or whatever you're dreaming of. As a kid, you see certain shows, listen to certain songs, listen to certain albums, and then all of a sudden you make that holy shit moment where you're like, I'm gonna go start a band and do this. Take me back to there. Like, how old? And
I tried to play guitar probably 13 or 14, and just we grew up and didn't. There was no guitar lessons or anything, so it just didn't really stick. And then, I think I've said the moment, you first have your heart really broken you know, and then that happened, and so started writing terrible songs, I guess, or poetry. I don't know. I didn't have a guitar, so I was just maybe there were songs in my head, but just lyrics. And first went to college at A&M, and my roommate was an older guy, and he had some guitars and more of like a metalhead guy, but just kind of him playing kind of lit the fire. Went back. My grandpa played a little bit, so he gave me an old Yamaha, and just taught myself 3 chords, and then that's still the same 3 that I know today. And I just mix them in a little bit here and there, just kind of change the order every once in a while.
It's like it reminds me of that. Remember they used to do Storytellers?
Yeah.
And that one with Johnny Cash and Willie, and about 3 quarters away through the deal, it's his turn to play. Their songs swapping just like this, and he breaks a string, and Johnny he puts his guitar down, and Johnny Cash hands Willie his guitar, and Willie does a little bit of this. And Johnny Cash goes, that's the first time that guitar's actually ever been played. I went, yes, I'm okay if Johnny Cash.
Yeah, he knows. So
sorry, go back.
No, that was it. So started doing that, and then taught myself some this and that, and started putting some of the G, C, and D to some of these songs that I had written through my heartbreak, and it was.
So you were writing songs before you
before I had
started
a guitar.
a band and doing all that, right?
100%. And then, Pat came to our fraternity house in A&M, like in '96, something like that.
Yeah, right at the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning. And so it's just one of those things. There was a bunch of guys from Waco back then, and so they were into Pat, and then just kind of spilled over, and then kind of led me to Robert Earl Keen, and kept trickling down that road. And, then we kind of followed Pat around through college a little bit, and then came back to Fort Worth like 2000-ish, and that's then like the Thirsty Armadillo started rocking, and it was like the spot, before people got to play at Billy Bob's. You'd go over there and play. So I'd see Randy, and a couple years into that, I guess just 2002, maybe for the beginning of Randy. So I started doing like acoustic shows. So I got up and played at Joey Green was actually kind of rocking right about then starting. He had a band, so we'd go watch Joey. And then he let me get up and sing maybe Stockyards, I think, like at the end of his set. So Eric, the owner's like, hey, man, you want to do Wednesday nights? And I swear to God, I know like 4 songs. I'm like, yeah, perfect.
Oh, yeah, we got this.
We got this. So I'd come do 9 songs. Like I'd studied forever and come up with 9 songs. I'd do Wednesday. So I did every Wednesday at the Armadillo for a while. And then, kind of get in the circle and start meeting people. Like, hey, I got a bass. Oh, you do? Sweet.
Yeah.
We'll
take anything.
I know a guy that's got some drums. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. No one knows how to play any.
They're good.
Yeah, there's not. It's like, oh, really?
Yeah.
So we put a band together, had our first live show.
I think my first bass player played through a Marshall half stack.
Yeah. It really was irrelevant then, and just, and it's one of those things that kind of started out as a hobby. Me and my wife, we both had other jobs the whole time. So the first band show was in 2002, and then it was kind of those things where just kind of meander around. I wasn't, I didn't know anybody else, so it's like I had no in to go play with Wade Bowen then because
I
he was so giant then. I was like, golly, it's just look at this guy. Doesn't even know who we are.
That's in the middle. That's in the hot. That time period. You're talking about the ragweed days, huh? That's
right. So ragweed's rocking. Ragweed's knocking out Billy Bob's. Pat's still a big deal. Maybe that's right when he's heading to Nashville-ish. Maybe right there in that time frame. But MySpace, I always credit MySpace. I made a MySpace joke earlier, but I credit MySpace with a giant part of our success. And our core demographic was always that kind of rodeo crowd. Well, you go back to even Garth singing about a worn-out tape of Chris Ledoux. Well, that's because then, rodeo kids would just take tapes. Like here, you'd meet up at a rodeo here, there, all over the state, and there was a thing where they traded CDs and tapes. Well, that time was kind of like when we first made our first record was, when the CD burning kind of got into being a big deal. So you had MySpace. People
bring you burn CDs
burn
for your
CDs.
autograph.
Well, yeah. Well, that's how all these kids would pass around these rodeo songs we wrote at rodeos on these discs. Here, take this, and then I'll meet you in Tulsa, and we'll swap something else. So we kind of built this big swell underground before anyone even knew who we were. We were playing these random places. So my wife would book shows at like the most random places no one else played. We were just going to these places on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights in Lubbock, some rock venue that would let us have it because they weren't even open. And we'd go, and kids started showing up, and you know, it was just kind of a snowball thing where we were doing pretty good numbers before most people still didn't know who we were, and it was one of those things we kind of took it year to year. Every year, me and Melinda were like, "No, this year was better than last year. Let's do another year." And then this year's better than last year. And then it's all of a sudden 2008. It's like, hey, you know, we both quit our other jobs, and like this was it. We were all in then, and still doing it.
And you, 8 records?
8 records, yeah, maybe something.
Does that include live record? You got live stuff too?
I got a live record we did at Stephenville. So that was the thing. We'd go to Stephenville, would let us come play there. And Wichita Falls was kind of like our 2 first big, you know, we're out of Fort Worth, so it's about an hour and 15 minutes this way and about 2 hours this way. And like we just started taking that and just circling out. And then a few radio stations picked up. And I mean, I think we played Billy Bob's before we ever had a song played on a radio station. So, like I said, it truly was. And like I said, I credit MySpace with the power of people listening to those songs and sharing it.
It was a big deal, man. People forget about it, but it was a big deal.
It was. I think it was game changing for us, and it just happened to be like we started like the same time MySpace got popular. That's when we came out with music. So it was like boom, we're right in the middle of it, and people were, you know, it's probably not best for other bands, but like when people were ripping off CDs and burning them, it freaking got us all these fans that.
Well, you had either or. You had artists like Dave Matthews at that time that was saying, "Please burn them, go pass them out, do as much as possible because that helps me." And then you got the other artists that were saying, "Hell no, we need the money. Don't do that. Buy it first, please."
Yeah, it's crazy because you go back to that time, like, and, you know, most people don't realize this. Like records back then, or when it came in a CD or a cassette, they were $20.
Yeah.
Like singles were $4.
Yeah.
So if whatever the number one single was $4 to go buy, and now it's free.
Remember the CD came in a box that was like this tall?
Yeah, the tall ones. But
half of it's wasted.
$19.99, $17.99, like $20 was about normal, and all of a sudden that got cut in half. So I mean, it was a devastating moment in music history. You know, I mean, you go back. I mean, Elvis singles were 99 cents.
Yeah.
Now they're free. Yeah. It's like one of the most reverse economical effects of all time. It's like it's the only industry where it's got completely. We went from making money to free. Music's free now.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That's crazy, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's
it's the same thing too.
Economical anomaly.
It's the same thing too. If you're going to burn it, pass it out to your friends. That's what they're doing now with streaming. They're sharing it with their friends, saying, "Hey, you need to share their playlists or whatever it may be." They're just simply sending, "Hey, this is a badass Casey Donahue song. You should check it out." That's what they're doing now, and that's how they're word of mouth. You know, it's tough. It's tough on us. You know, I've talked about it quite a bit. It's tough. It's tough on us as artists, but it's also really, really mainly tough on the songwriters. You know, they're just
brutal.
They're just really, really hurting.
And recording artists.
Yeah,
there are people who've all they've ever done were studio musicians. Well, now you make a record, and like you said, you make a record in your house.
Yeah.
Why do you have to go, use them? Those guys went from full-time gigs to, please come record a record.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough all the way around. Hopefully, continue to change the laws and make it where songwriters get, probably get more of an appropriate, and artists get more of an appropriate share of.
Just to be able to make a living. That's all.
Make a living, yeah. Provide for your family because if not, you're going to lose some great art, and you're going to lose records. And I think you're already you're seeing that more people just do EPs, or more people just I'm putting out a single instead of you going in like both of these songs we just played would have never got recorded because these aren't radio singles. So what do you do with a song that's a song you love, but this isn't going to make it. These songs aren't making us rich or making us any money, but they're great songs that people do love, and I love them.
We have some show, like the majority of our show, like that people want to hear and request and ask for every night after night for years, have been songs that were never singles or never on the radio.
Right.
You know, they pass them around or do however they're doing it. You know, tell word of mouth.
That's what we used to do.
That's what y'all are. Word of mouth.
Grade.
Keep doing it.
Fifth grade, me and
however
my
you're
friends
doing
would
it,
pass around Wade Bowen songs in fifth grade.
right,
I was
man.
like, man, this guy's gonna make it. And I mean,
Gosh, Wade's World. That's where we are. Thank you for being here. We're hanging out at my home here in New Braunfels, Texas. My guest is Casey Donahue. Thanks for being here, buddy.
yeah, man.
So play some more music for these people. They're probably tired of hearing us
Hey, complain, whine.
vent about music.
So jaded. Yeah. What are we doing?
How are we on time? We're at 1 hour? Okay. Cool.
So what do you wanna do?
We'll just let you take it home.
I don't have any take it home songs.
So, yeah, my guest is Casey Donahue, man. Appreciate you being here. Why don't you play us one more, and then we'll call it a night. Thanks for being here, dude. It means a lot.
Yeah, man. Well, we talked about Chris Ledoux, who's one of my favorites, and I love cowboy music and our cowboy culture and our fans. So I wrote this cowboy song, and we'll get out of here with one of these, right? It's also one Wade always likes to text me this whenever I'm doing anything not cowboy. Is that what cowboys do?
Is that what cowboys do, Casey?
Broken bones and broken hearts, and I've had my shoulder torn apart, but it's nothing like the pain I felt when I lost you. These honky-tonks and short brown checks and all those late nights I regret, and I left you all alone crying, wondering why I lay it all on the line. 'Cause I've earned scars and I've earned buckles, been in the chutes of blood on my knuckles. I'm driven all night long trying to make a rodeo. Strong as a freight train, just as steady. Crack the gate, you know I'll be ready. And I'm gonna hang on until this ride is through. 'Cause that's what cowboys do. That dually full of whiskey dancing, memories of the time we spent. 1,000,000 miles of blacktop and never led me home to you. 8 seconds of pain and fame, and these thoughts of you drive me insane. And I left you all alone crying, wondering why I lay it all on the line. 'Cause I've earned scars and I've earned buckles, been in the chutes of blood on my knuckles. I'm driven all night long trying to make a rodeo. Strong as a freight train, just as steady. Crack the gate, you know I'll be ready. And I'm gonna hang on until this ride is through. 'Cause that's what cowboys do. Glory's gone and I've got no strength to carry on. Realize the only thing I should have held on to was you. I've earned these scars, I've earned these buckles, been in the chutes of blood on my knuckles. I'm driven all night long trying to make a rodeo. Still strong as a freight train, just as steady. Crack the gate, you know I'll be ready. And I'm gonna hang on until this ride is through. 'Cause that's what cowboys do. That's what cowboys do. Broken bones and broken hearts.
Yeah, man. Great song, dude. I love it. That's what cowboys do.
That's what they do.
That's what Casey Donahue do.
Come on. Thanks for having me, man. Like I said.
Thank you. You always, you're always so supportive of our foundation, our music fest. Almost every time I call you and Melinda, you always answer the call. I appreciate it. Almost every time. You don't always answer. There's times when I know
some late
you
nights when I'm
you
avoiding.
hit delete. You hit delete.
Send that straight to voicemail when it's past 2 a.m.
I appreciate your friendship, man. It's always fun hanging out with you. We talk a lot of shit to each other, but we have a good time, man. Always fun to drink beer. And oh wait, we didn't do a virtual shot.
Well,
We gotta do a virtual shot
what
before we get
happened?
out. How did I forget that? We gotta do a virtual shot before we leave. Hold on, y'all keep hanging in there.
Hold her tight. Are we drinking these things?
Yeah.
Okay. Virtual shots.
Ooh.
Shots.
All right, cheers, man. Thanks for being here.
Hey, to the sunny slopes of
Sorry
Long ago.
I left you hanging on the virtual shots. Cheers, y'all. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, Casey.
God bless you.
Ugh, tequila. All right. God bless y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next on the next episode of Wade's World. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And call your mom.
What a better way to